Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about some common pitfalls for newbie while learning Python. So first, we will say a very example which is called the TypeError. Here we will define a variable a and give it a value to 1. Then we will add another variable called b and assign a value to it using the input function, which means we will get a input value from the keyboard as the final value of the b, and we will try to print the value a at the b, and we will try to say what will happen if we run this program by typing python example.py. Then here it hangs here because it wants get a value from the keyboard and assign it to b. So we will give it a value. It is another one, and I will tap enter. Whoa, you will see here happens a exception. We can see the hint here. It is called a TypeError because we are trying to add two values, and their types are int and string, which is an unsupported operand. This is the question that we try to add two values, but one of it is an integer and another one is a string. Then the Python didn't know how to add an integer to a string, so it will raise such an exception, and this is called the TypeError. So here we need to give the input returned value type conversion. We will try to convert it from the string to int type. Then we will do this by typing int function out of the input function, and it will convert the return value from input to integer. Then we will try to run the program again by typing python ex.py, and we still add the value 1 and hit enter. Then we will say that we got the final right results, which is 2. So this is the first pitfall, that we need to make sure the operated values must have the supported type for the operation. Okay, let's continue to say the second one. It is also a very common pitfall when you first learning the Python. Let me show you the example. First, I will start a new Python interpreter in interactive mode by typing Python. Then we will go such a interpreter mode. Then we will try to define a function by typing dff, which is the function name, and add a colon and tap enter. Then you will see we change the line here. In the Python, if we want to make a code block belong to a specific function, we need to make an indent. So here we type a table here. You can see it go for about 4 spaces here from the started part to the current location. Then we will give a variable called a and give it a value 1. Then we hit the enter. Then you can see we go to a new line here. Then we will type 4 spaces. You can see the difference. I type 4 spaces here, and we go to the same location similar as the previous line, and we define a new variable called b and give it a value 2. Then we'll hit the enter. You will see, oh, there raises another exception called indentation error because we mixed the table and the 4 spaces together here, and Python rejects the usage like this. So it will raise such an exception. It tells us the indent doesn't match in the indentation level. So this is where the problem is. We need to make the indent consistent. If we use table, then all the indents will be should be table. Or if we use the spaces, then all the indent should be use spaces. So if we want to fix this error, we need to define the function here, and we type the 4 spaces here and give it the definition of A and same to the B. Then at type enter, you can see here all the thing seems good, and we will try to print the sum of this value by typing print A add B, and we will see if I hit the enter. Okay, the function is successful defined, and we will call it. You can say it will print the final value of A and A add B. So here is another pitfall for the person who are new to Python. You must know that indent here must be consistent, and this error often happens when you copy some code from the website and paste it to your editor. The format of this code may be changed, and some of them are using table, some of them are using space. And if you say by your eyes, you will not find the difference between them. Just looks like this, but actually they're different. So you must make sure if you write code as a block, then the indent in this block must be consistent. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time.